It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting!
That's right, and Chef Clem, he joins us in studio to solve your culinary conundrums. And we also have a very special guest, Auntie Jocelyn, joining us, one of our Expresso viewers who's with us this morning. So if you do have a question for Chef Clem, give us a call right now. The number is 021 110 552. Now, Chef Clem, on Facebook, we had a very interesting question. Last week, I know you made those mince pies using puff pastry, and we had one of our viewers who asked the question, can you use the same pastry to make samosas?
You can, but it's not the same pastry. So keep in mind when you are using, if you do want to use puff pastry, which is perfectly fine. It's just a little spicy mince pie. You can, so just make sure it's not a very wet sauce, or else it's going to leak out of your pastry, or it's going to be a very wet pastry. You're not going to get that crispy bottom that you want. The proper pastry was used called pur or papa pastry, and it's made out of... There we go, you did it so well. It's made out of flour, water, touch of salt, and that trick that I found out, a little squeeze of lemon. And the reason I found this out is because in a few weeks we're actually going to make, say it again, from scratch, which
like
is such an amazing thing to learn how to do. So to our question on Facebook, you can use puff pastry. It's not the same pastry, but I'm going to teach you how to make samosa pastry in a few weeks' time.
I'm here for that, and you have to leave me the offcuts and make papa bites.
That is exactly... Zoe, you're
with
giving away all my tips on the segment. But you know what? I'm actually, on that day that we do that, I'm going to try and get we'll make sure we have like a decent amount of people in the kitchen, socially distant, because I realize why Indian families are so large, because it takes an assembly line to make samosas and spring rolls. So we're going to do it traditional style, we're going to get the whole team in the kitchen, and we're going to make samosas from scratch.
I like that. Okay, we also have a Facebook message that came through from Shireen Abrams. Now, she asked this question, Chef Clem. She says, good morning, Clem. Happy Wednesday. Clem, will you be making some fish recipes soon? Loving the vibe in the kitchen this morning. Always enjoying the Culinary Hotline. Have an awesome day. Lots of love. Thank you for that, Shireen.
Shireen, I get a lot of questions about fish. And people are intimidated by cooking seafood. They feel like they're going to overcook it, or it's just not going to be right. So for me, the easiest way to do that is to put everything into a parcel and let it steam in the oven. It's the most forgiving way to steam or cook fish. And it's one of the first things they taught us, how to cook fish when we were in chef school. So we're going to do this. I'm going to ask you for some help, and you just need to do that. Sure. I've got some butter, and I've got some pesto and some pepper. I'm going to ask you if you can make a pesto butter for me. Okay. And it's called a compound. Anytime you add flavor to a butter, it's called a compound butter. So I keep a few compound butters in my fridge. If I make a steak, I'll just slice off a piece of the butter, let it rest on there. So I've got a sun-dried tomato one, I've got the pesto one, I've got a chili compound butter, and I just keep those in the fridge because they turn a good dish into a great dish by just adding a little bit of butter to it. We know that butter and seafood, best friends, and this is a really great one to go with fish. So, okay, you're gonna jump on that?
So Auntie Jocelyn's just going to mush the...
mush is the technical term, because
mush it together.
There's no don't blend it, don't anything. Just use a fork and just give it a mush, mush, mush.
There we go, some elbow grease.
Do you cook a lot of seafood at home?
Yes, I do.
And do you have a favorite that you like going to, like your favorite go-to seafood dish?
Oh, paella.
Yeah.
Paella.
I love it too.
And are you making a pickled fish ahead of Easter?
Oh, yes. It's better to bake it about 2 or 3 days before, even a week before the time, right, Chef Clem?
People do make it like a week and a half in advance, because some people believe like it needs to sit that long before you get that flavor. And you know what? You do that. I love pickled fish. Are you going to make some pickled fish this Easter?
I've never made pickled fish.
Okay, cool. But so who makes it when it's Easter?
My mom makes it, and she's excellent at it, and she's never shared that recipe with me, so I let her make it.
There's some things that moms make that you just don't, like, even being a chef, there's some things I just don't attempt. No one makes better malva than my mom, period. And I'll make it when I need to, but I mean, she makes malva that'll literally just make you cry. It's so delicious. Are there any signature dishes that you make?
I make my own thing. I do my own thing.
Okay, but is there something that when someone says, Auntie Jocelyn, they go, that dish. Is there something that, you have a signature dish?
Haddock.
Haddock. Haddock is
My all-time
amazing. I love haddock as well because you get that smoky flavor from it.
Yes.
And then in South Africa, our haddock is actually hake,
Yes.
which
Okay.
you then lightly smoke.
Yes.
And we know that hake is the most popular fish in South Africa.
Yeah.
And you get your snook and you get all the other types. But hake is amazing because there's not many bones in there.
No.
And it's such a light flavored
Yes.
fish. So, okay, I've got this is a super easy dish. I've got some green beans down. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of, let's go. You see, there's no actual rule to this one. I'm gonna take some hake. And then I'm gonna make little parcels out of
You
it.
just take the hake as is. You don't need to rinse it, nothing.
Do you hear the giggles in the background? You don't
I'm
need.
just checking.
No, actually, you can. You can if you want to. And this actually maybe it's perfectly fine. You can rinse your hake. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I've got 2 big fillets in there, and that's gonna feed a family of 4,
Yeah.
maybe even 6 if you cut into the right portion size. So I'm gonna go with the.
So you cut it beforehand. You don't cut it afterwards.
You cut it before, and I'm gonna actually I'm gonna keep the skin on, by the way. So the reason you cut it before instead of after, if you do cut it after, remember hake is a flaky fish.
Yes.
It's just gonna like fall over the place, and then you have to make frikadels.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't. So season and cut before the time. Then I'm gonna add some baby spinach. Baby spinach, as it cooks, is gonna wilt down, and that's exactly what you want to happen.
Yes.
So I'm using these ingredients, but you can go crazy with it. You can add asparagus to it. You can add roast vegetables to it. Everything's just gonna cook in this bag. It's gonna get so much flavor. So now that I've got your beautiful, okay, let me use yours because you've done such an amazing job.
Shall I add some pepper?
Jocelyn did.
You did. You can absolutely add pepper.
So how much butter are you about to add? Because you just went
Did you
there
see
for
that?
the whole...
I literally went like this, and so it was like, how much butter? No, okay.
I was thinking about cholesterol here.
There we go, like that. I mean,
Okay.
A teaspoon's perfectly fine. All it's gonna do is it's gonna add flavor to your fish, and it's gonna create some of that liquid that you need to steam the fish, and that's perfect. That's perfect. And then extra pepper, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna wrap it up, and then you can even write a little love note on there, whoever it's for, and then it goes into the oven. And then when you're done, so we would grab it out of the oven. Have you got your lappy there?
Yes, I do have a lappy.
And it's in the first blue dish. And what you do is I actually present it like that to the table, so everybody gets to open up their own dish, their own little parcel of fish. Are you okay there, Zoe?
Yes, can I put it on here?
Nice. And you can do the reveal. You can open it up and we can see what the fish looks like inside. And it cooks for about 15 minutes. And again, because you're trapping all that moisture inside the full parcel, you're never gonna have dry fish.
Can I open it?
Go for it. There's one for you.
Should we
one for Auntie
open it
Jocelyn.
up?
Thank you.
There we go.
And you want
Very
that steam
hot.
to come
Just
out.
be careful, yeah.
Are you okay? Are you winning? Are you winning?
I feel like chef hands can handle heat.
You got it.
Look at that.
Lovely.
And you got it. So, I mean, can I take it out?
Please do. Please, please, please. There we go.
And all you do, I serve this with mash, I serve it with roast potatoes. It's so delicious, and you want that butter, like seafoody sauce, just drizzled over everything. It's so, so delicious.
Yes.
This is amazing,
Lovely,
and it's
that's
such
lovely.
a fun way to serve it.
It is. I love it.
And
Have you had
the
that?
aroma, the aromas.
The aromas.
Aroma.
Nice.
Well, the nice thing is we have this recipe as well as the ginger beer that Chef Clem made. It's available on our website, expressoshow.com. Auntie Jocelyn, I need to ask you, who is watching you today? You want to say hello to them?
Oh, my word. My family, my friends, everybody, especially the nurses from Alexandra Hospital. Have a good day. Thank you, my Expresso family. God bless you all.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Love
This is
that.
so special and so, unfortunately, we have to say that's the end of the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting.
Well, it's just the end for today, so please keep those comments and questions coming through. Next week, the line will be open again, but ask those questions away on social media, and Chef Clem will be ready. And who knows, maybe you can join us in the kitchen like Auntie Jocelyn.